Chris!
Yes?
Thank you.
Wait, don't go in there. He's doing his podcast.
What's up, guys? We're here with another episode of Successfully Failing, and we have a special guest again. Say hello, X.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening?
Yeah. And Nick is not here. He's too busy slaving it up.
I'm getting that what's he call it? The buku cash.
Buku cash. But, fuck him. But anywho, we're here to talk about NXT Takeover San Antonio, which happened last night. That shit was whack.
Nah, that shit was alright.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the better, one of the better NXT takeovers. But I mean, when you compare it to what's gonna happen tonight, I'm pretty sure we look at it like so far one of the top contenders of the year. But yeah, I mean, let's see. What was the first match we had?
Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger and Eric Young.
Eric Young. And what was your take on that match? What would you get out of that?
It was cool. You know, we all know Ty Dillinger. He ain't winning a damn thing. He's gonna be the new Daniel Bryan when he goes to that main roster. But you know, typical. You know, he worked a solid match, and that's it, man. There's nothing for him to do in NXT anymore. He just needs to go and lose in the main roster now.
Pretty much. Yeah, I see him. He's definitely coming out tonight. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Number 9.
The WWE might do some dumb shit like that for him at number 9 just to get that, or come out at number 11, or when number 10 comes around, some bum ass might come out, like James Ellsworth or some shit.
Oh, that should be bad. That should be bad.
WWE knows how to fuck up somebody's night.
I think that's gonna be brilliant though if they make him come out at number 9, because like everybody, all right, if everything works out the way it's supposed to, he's gonna come out at number 10, and you know, obviously with his whole gimmick and whatnot, it makes sense. But I just think it would be, one, typical WWE fashion, and two, it'll be funny because it's almost like they're trolling people.
That's what WWE does.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he goes to the road, I would not be surprised if he's like one of the final 4. So they could build something off that when he goes to the main roster and lose.
Well, we'll see.
But he's incredibly over. So all you're going to hear is nothing but 10s and 10s and 10s.
Yeah, throughout the whole Royal Rumble. Like when they do the countdown, you know,
it's going to be 10.
Yeah.
They want Ty Dillinger.
Yeah. Nah, but I think if he comes out at number 9, they could actually do something with that too. It'd probably be like the unexpected heel turn, even though, you know, he's definitely gonna be a face. But yes, but it was cool. That match wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. It was a decent kickoff match. Mm-hmm. And what do we have after that? We had that CN match, right?
Yeah, CN and Roderick Strong. Good match. Solid.
That was good.
You know, typical, you know, indie style, you know, strong style, stiff match, you know. They just like hitting each other for real and all that. Yeah, but if you're a fan of the indies, that's nothing new, but still solid.
That's one thing.
I don't expect to see that in the WWE when they go to the main roster.
That's one thing that NXT definitely has over the main roster. It's like we actually get real wrestling.
Yeah.
It's a lot more entertaining. Obviously, the scale is usually way smaller when you compare it to like the amount of time and shit and they put into the main roster. But it's like the quality is it's definitely quality over quantity kind of thing.
The main roster is nothing but promos and McMahons and all that BS.
Mm-hmm.
Just once in a while, you actually get solid wrestling, and it's not enough for me, man.
Yeah. Like that one, what was it, that Raw after WrestleMania a couple years back when Daniel Bryan fought Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, one of these guys, both of them gonna get fired.
Yeah, it was. I think it was that same year. That's when Danny Bryan lost in like 10 seconds or something like that.
No.
That wasn't that?
It was yeah, it was a couple years after that. It was
Oh,
I think it was the one that followed. Yeah, because we was watching Raw, and Raw seemed to just have like a lot of quality matches, and then we was like, yo, what the hell's going on here? That was maybe like 2 years ago.
oh, 2 years ago.
Yeah. I remember sitting on the couch watching that shit, and we're like, yo, they're having a technical match? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I remember. I think like when not Seth Rollins. I mean, Daniel Bryan lost like in like 10 seconds
Oh.
to Sheamus. That's like a big fuck you to the to the marks out there.
Yeah.
You know, and the next night he put on a good match. I don't know if it was against CM Punk. I just remember that, like, I was arguing. It's like, you see that?
Yeah, that might have been CM Punk, but I don't remember too much
Probably
about
was
that.
CM Punk.
That's another dude, man. He comes back tonight? He's not, but if he
ain't
comes
coming
back tonight, yo.
He get over that.
Nah,
Get
nah,
over
nah,
it.
nah, nah. Yo, watch. Once you hear that, shh.
You get over that. You gotta get over that.
Yeah, but Roderick Strong put on a good match. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of CN, but he actually did his thing. It was entertaining.
Yeah. As a heel, he's way more entertaining.
Well, actually, they had that sequence on the top rope where this dude like pretty much spine busted this dude using the
Like the turnbuckle.
yeah, that was crazy. But that was a fairly good match, and we got a dog barking in the background. She's probably a Cena fan. But yeah, it was a good match. I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but again, when we come after we watch Royal Rumble tonight, we'll pretty much be like, shit, that was like 5-star match right there. Okay, and then we have the tag team match. That was the match after that, right?
Yeah, DIY and the Authors of Pain.
That was actually a decent match, though.
That was a good match because DIY knows how to work. I mean, any match with DIY, you're going to get something. But Authors of Pain still did their thing. I know I'm not a fan of theirs, but they did their thing.
Yeah,
They did their thing.
it wasn't a typical WWE match where you get the big monster team versus the smaller team, and it plays out exactly the same. Like, it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't one-sided. They all got their little burn, and they all got their offense in. Yeah, it was interesting.
What are you cursing at? Oh, anywho, but yeah, it was cool. I mean, the Authors of Pain, they put on a show too. They had some crazy power. It wasn't a robbery, man. That shit. They're getting their title now. They're gonna have like a month reign, and then I thought he was talking about that. But yeah, they'll have their title reign up until WrestleMania, and they'll probably lose to whoever, and then end up being called up because that's a Vince McMahon hard on right there.
6-1.
It don't matter who they lose to. I mean, because those guys, I see them being in the main roster soon, very soon, and probably winning the tag team titles right away. Because that's how Vince does.
And
But
probably the Raw titles too. They get the red belt, not the blue.
now see now the next match. This was probably the biggest disappointment I'm gonna say of the entire year.
Well, I mean, you could see that from a mile away. That
I knew nothing about those two chicks, so I from my assumption, since it's NXT, I'm like, all right, they know how to wrestle. I didn't know how that match came into play. I didn't know anything behind it. I just thought it was a 4-way. Even though I'm not a huge fan of that, anyways. When you got somebody like Asuka, when you got somebody like Asuka, wrestling, usually you put her with somebody yeah, it's usually a great match. I mean, she's had some great matches with Bailey, with yeah, exactly. But you throw these what's the other chick's name again?
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross. You throw Nikki Cross and Asuka in with a fucking
with Billy Kay and Peyton Royce and yuck.
two porn
They
stars.
got no business. In
Yeah, that was
ring.
just horrible. They're fucking holding their hands the entire time.
Yeah,
Like,
and they talking about how they don't care who wins, and meanwhile no one tried to pin, not one of them tried to pin each other to win the belt. I mean, come on.
I mean,
come on.
that was just.
Trying to pin us super.
Yeah, like it was just dumb. Like, you know, you probably would have thought. I mean, you definitely would have made more sense if they did the whole them two try to pin each other and.
At least try that once. You
Yeah.
know?
What I thought was gonna happen was with the whole table sequence. I thought that Cross was going to take them both out, and then
And
have a
your-
one-on-one.
Yeah, have that. Yeah.
That's what I thought, but no, it didn't
we
work
didn't
out.
get that.
This was a
Maybe they did that to protect Cross from be like, okay, Oscar never pinned her or nothing, so they could have something to build on.
true.
No,
They still
Ember Moon
coulda-
is getting the show.
they still coulda
Ember
did
Moon
it-
already
they-
called her out.
They still could have done it a whole other way, but I mean, this is something I would have much rather have seen on like what was it, the regular NXT show,
Yeah.
their weekly shit, as opposed to the takeover. But there's nothing we could do about it. I'm sure we'll get some more quality matches out of Asuka soon.
Yeah, her and Ember Moon. She, like, they go that Ember Moon called her out in the pre-show. She goes, Ember Moon, she works here? She goes, and then the girl goes, yes. She goes, okay. That's,
Yeah, but that was probably a disappointment. But I mean, like X said, we should have seen that coming. And then that leads us to the final match, the NXT Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode.
Which was glorious, by the way. Glorious.
That was a great match. I hated the whole injury thing. I felt like it kind of took away from the excitement because, you know, people were excited for both. Like, everybody loves Rude, everybody loves Shinsuke, but I think that whole injury thing, it sort of took a little bit out of the crowd as far as, like, because the pop wasn't, ooh, KP just dunked on somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, that's breaking news. But no, Chris. But yeah, like the pop wasn't as big as it would have been if it would have ended off on like some sequence kind of thing, because the end kind of dragged out. Like I thought that with Shinsuke being quote unquote hurt, I thought he was gonna just like have one of those.
He got his revenge.
Yeah, KP just.
Yo, KP dunked on Dwight Howard. He got his revenge. He said he was gonna get his revenge, and he got it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh man.
So I mean, it's a good storytelling, but yeah, I think it went on a little too long, and it really takes you out the match a little bit.
Yeah. It was.
But I understand why they did that, and like again to protect Shinsuke.
Yeah. It was almost like it was almost like with the Samoa Joe matches where every time he's wrestling he get busted open, and the way they officiate everything and they try to like stop matches because of the blood and fix everything up. You kind of like you see the frustration in Samoa Joe, like just let me fucking wrestle,
the one with Balor was pissed too.
Yeah, because they that whole entire match could get fucked up because of something like that, but they ended up still being good matches. But yeah, so you wanna keep Shinsuke kind of like built up still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, he kicked out of his finisher first time, and
Yeah.
that it really didn't hurt Shinsuke's hype, so to speak.
Yeah,
but
like
yeah, it was protected because you got a knee injury. There's not much you can do.
the one thing I noticed about NXT though is usually like the people who lose their championships, they don't really like get looked at as if they suck now or they're on a decline. It's just like a passing of the torch, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like I guess Shinsuke is gonna probably end up in the Rumble,
Yeah.
but I still feel
Still
like
would have to sell that knee injury though.
yeah. That's the thing. I'm wondering, is this like his call to the main roster for sure, or is it just gonna be like he's gonna make an appearance in the Royal Rumble, and then he's gonna go back to NXT for a while? Because
I mean, I would think that I wouldn't believe that they wasted that.
Yeah.
Just they wasted that whole changing the belts just to like keep him away from the Royal Rumble. I'm like, nah.
no, he'll be in the Royal Rumble. That's what I'm saying. But I think I mean he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble for sure. But I mean like is it gonna be just like he's gonna be in the Rumble, get eliminated at some point, and then just go back to NXT? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, that would be whack.
That would be whack.
That would be whack.
Because the only reason why I see them giving actually, Shinsuke's had the title for a while, so never mind. Because I was going to say that I felt like they were giving Ryu the title now to get him back to, to get him to the main roster soon. But then Shinsuke's had the title for
Yeah, but then they need a guy to hold down NXT while all these guys are going off. So
And-
Bobby Roode is perfect for that.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know, I'm guessing he's the heel?
Yeah, he's the heel. He's
Because
the heel.
when Samoa Joe had the title, was he like a heel or was he more like
was a heel.
He was? Okay. I looked at him more as a neutral, but...
But these fans, you wouldn't know because these fans, they like who they like. So these fans ain't gonna be booing you unless you really, really suck and they don't like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they'll boo you during your promos and shit or whatever.
You get that Roman Reigns treatment.
Yeah. They're not gonna, when John Cena's supposed to be the face of the franchise and they're booing him when he comes out. I just want him to go heel, man. I just want him to turn heel already.
I just want him to go away.
No, he's not going away though.
Just go to your Hollywood and do your thing, and I really don't want him to take up any more screen time. There's so much more talent there that deserves screen time, really.
Well, at least with the split thing, it kind of gives more people more time to shine. But anyway, so back to the Shinsuke. Anything else you took from the match? Like any other things that stuck out to you?
No, this is everything what I expected. It's typical good work from both performers. So yeah, it's like nothing that I wouldn't expect nothing more or less.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing, man. Like, when pay-per-views back in the day, even if it wasn't the most spectacular pay-per-view, you got your quote-unquote money's worth.
Yeah.
And that's what we get with TakeOver. Even with, the regular NXT show. I don't watch that much because I always forget about it. But, from the highlights and all that, you see... I watched a little bit of that UK tournament thing that they put up. And that shit was entertaining for the most part. I mean, it's from where I ended off at, because I didn't watch the whole thing, it was okay. It wasn't the best thing ever, but it was still entertaining. It was still fun to watch. It was definitely a how do you say, it was a little different. Like, I did like the one part where the dude got busted open. Like, they didn't shy away from showing that. He got split. That shit was bad, dude. Did you see it or no?
No, I didn't see it. I heard about it though.
That shit was nasty. Like, they kept showing it too. You just see it had to be 2 inches long. Yeah, it was bad. So
that sounds like emergency room status, man. You got to put staples, stitches.
Yeah, he's definitely getting staples because that shit was just instantaneous, like blood everywhere. He even had a towel holding it at the end, and then this dude kicked him after he lost the match. I was like, damn. Or won the match. I forgot what happened. But anywho, so at least with NXT Takeover we get quality. Now we got Royal Rumble coming up in a couple hours, and that, in my opinion, is probably my favorite pay-per-view out of all of them.
It's a fun pay-per-view.
Yeah, because the Royal Rumble, it's always the same thing, but you see different things, and it's just cool to see that kind of...
I just hope that they pull, a good swerve, because... this dude missed a dump. Just pulled a swerve, because Royal Rumble, well, at least for me, Royal Rumble has been really underwhelming. Like 2-3 years ago, it was a flop for everybody. It was a flop for everybody, the Royal Rumble. Then last year, when Triple H won the belt, something like that.
Yeah.
Very underwhelming. I mean, we already called that.
Yeah. At least Roman didn't win it though. When did Sheamus win it? Sheamus won it Sheamus.
I think 4 years ago, something like that.
Sheamus won 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
He didn't win it more recently.
No, because that was when Jericho came back, and
everybody knew Jericho was gonna win it, so WWE said, "Okay, it's been leaked. Fuck you, we're switching it."
Okay. Anyway,
so Sheamus won.
But because you got so much potential to push certain people, but at one point they were promoting Royal Rumble as a Goldberg and Brock Lesnar thing, and I'm glad that kind of fizzled down in a sense because the title's not involved, so none of them actually are gonna win it, which is good. But even Roman Reigns isn't in it for now that we know of because he can easily show up in there. especially if he loses.
Mhm.
So that I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But real quick before we get into the actual Rumble, like what matches are you looking forward to the most?
Uh, the Royal Rumble match, really.
That's it?
that's all I really care for. The other matches, I don't want to sit through a Cena match and.
Well, it's Cena and Styles, right?
Yeah, Cena and Styles out. Yeah, Cena and Styles, and that match is there's really Cena just came in and he's just like, I got next. And I'm like, okay, and
Yeah.
so this I just look at it as a throwaway, unless they're really going to give the belt to Cena just so he could lose it again soon.
The only way I'll be okay with Cena winning it, and I really don't want him to win it, but the only way is if he wins it, and then Bray Wyatt wins the Royal Rumble, and then they have it leads up to a WrestleMania match between the two.
They already had that. They already had their little feud in like I think 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
it was.
But if it gives way to Bray Wyatt having the title, then I'm okay with that. But that's probably not gonna happen, and I mean it really if you think about it, it should be AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. That's what we should be actually getting. But you know WWE they want to give us a.
WWE don't want to do anything that makes sense, so that's why they think everybody wants to see Braun Strowman like in the spotlight.
I think the fans would be much more appreciative if Roman Reigns was in a tag team. You know, put him with a guy who, you know, let Roman Reigns be like old school Kane, where he doesn't talk, he just comes in, beats
And-
people up, turn him heel.
That's the easiest way I think for him to get over.
Yeah, like another like pretty much. Well, you have Braun Strowman now like that, but turn him into some shit like that, just like a monster. You know, like if put him in a tag team with Braun Strowman, fuck it. Like let them be two, like just like the authors of pain.
After the
Yeah, I mean just cause
I think just Roman Reigns. He needs to. Well, he just put him in a middle card. Let him just like connect with the fans there or
yeah,
something.
work his way up.
Yeah,
man.
let him work his way up. I mean, you just give him a good feud. Doesn't have to be no titles or anything. Just give him a good feud here and there and see what happens. Because all that shit. Because he looks good. He looks like a champion. Let's just throw it. No.
Like look at what they did with what's his name Cesaro.
Yeah.
Cesaro, they built him up. Like they didn't just throw him in because of his physique and his strength and his ability. Like he was a U.S. title contender for a while. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he was in that reign for a while, and he worked his way up. The fans started like liking him more and more.
He's not a Vince guy. He doesn't do that look.
Kofi to lose that to Dean Ambrose because they didn't want Cesaro losing to an American person.
But the whole thing is that like let him work his way up. Like look at Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins sort of worked his way up. I mean, he was with Shield, but he had that rapport anyways. He was a guy that actually, coming from NXT and even before NXT, people knew of him. People cared about him. Roman Reigns literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's whack.
Like, see, the one guy that I think gets a pass with that is Baron Corbin. And
yeah, but Baron Corbin wasn't really forced down.
That's the thing.
Yeah, he actually connected and grew.
Yeah, I mean they could have had him in like NXT and did that whole route to gain a little more. But even now, yeah, they're not pushing him.
They put him in the main roster. He's growing in there. So yeah, so even if Baron Corbin was to, I'm not dissing him. I'm actually a fan of his.
Yeah.
Like Baron Corbin, even if he was to win the Royal Rumble, I don't think there would be any fan backlash.
No, they would be happy. Like I think people like are rooting for a Corbin, somebody like Bray Wyatt, Corbin. If Finn Balor comes back, Finn Balor, guys like that, they want to see that. If who else? I'm trying to think of other names. Like if Samoa Joe is in there and he comes in and wins it, I think the fans will go crazy in a good way. Shinsuke, even though he probably won't, but I mean if he does, especially after that injury, I think that'll be a cool little.
He has to sell that injury and he overcome in that Rumble with that injury. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be great.
that would be cool. I mean, the fan in me, I would like to think that Shinsuke's winning and he's challenging AJ Styles, so we could get that.
Dude,
You know,
if we
it-
get that,
but it makes sense. But you know,
But-
WWE be like, oh, word makes sense. Out of there.
Oh,
People
oh.
want to see Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman.
all this stuff we're saying that makes sense, yeah, it's like whatever predictions or hopes we have, it means nothing. I feel like they collectively listen to all of our, like whatever posts we put, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna go against what everybody wants because we want to be, we want to be the fucking controllers of everything and shit. But yeah, that's the thing, because like you go back to like Daniel Bryan's success. Like, I don't think they wanted Daniel Bryan to succeed.
Hell no, they
And
did not.
they could not do anything about that. Look at Bray Wyatt. I don't even think they thought Bray Wyatt would be what he was, but he, right away.
The whole Daniel Bryan's a perfect example. Look how he lost to Sheamus in like 10 seconds. A world championship bout in 10 seconds. He's like, yo, they're like, nah, we don't like Daniel
Then
Bryan.
he lost the WWE title.
Like as much as they didn't like Punk, they had to. That's the thing. So they kind of gotta,
Yeah, there was that I think it was 3-4 years ago, whatever, that Royal Rumble when that last Royal Rumble with Punk, and he just left the next day. That's CM Punk falling on the sword for Daniel Bryan
Yeah.
or Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that like should win it. Like I said before with the whole Bray Wyatt thing. Like if he was to win it and then face Cena for the championship, but if he was to ultimately win the championship, like that'd be cool. I'd rather see him fight somebody else for the championship. Like if we got like a Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles, the only thing is they're both.
I think Bray Wyatt's time was like 2 years ago.
That's the
was
thing,
He
yeah.
once fed Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It should have been.
that time that they pushed Roman Reigns instead of him.
He was dominating the Royal Rumble, and all of a sudden, Big Show and that was 2 years ago when Big Show and Kane just eliminated everybody that that the fans love.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Out of there, Dolph
Yeah,
Ziggler.
Roman Reigns, man.
Out of there, Daniel Bryan.
Because like the thing is,
Oh no, wait, wasn't which Royal Rumble? That was
the year. Roman Reigns.
Daniel Bryan was in that Royal Rumble, right?
Oh no, it was the year. It was the year Batista won.
Daniel Bryan was in that one,
Yeah.
and wait, I remember there's Daniel Bryan wasn't in a Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was that one. He wasn't in the one that Batista
Yeah,
won.
and the one that when Rey Mysterio came out at 30 and they booed Rey Mysterio. That was the same one I'm talking about, right?
Huh? Yeah.
That was the same one.
The one that Rey Mysterio came out number 30. That was the one that Batista won.
Oh, okay.
Everybody booed like
Everybody,
crazy for the
all
show.
right, yeah.
Then the
all right.
next one was the one where Kane and Big Show with Roman Reigns were eliminating
Okay.
everybody that the people wanted to win.
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, none of that shit makes sense. But the reason why like I bring up Bray Wyatt is because his time was a while ago, but with his gimmick, like he's always been at the bottom. He's always been going after the people on top. So imagine what it would do for his gimmick and that whole thing with if he has the title now, like how would that? It's sort of like giving Thanos, the Infinity Stones. Like you just give him more power. So it would be cool to see them work that. It would kind of be like the old school Undertaker winning the belt, but like a couple levels up because just his whole mic presence and whatnot. I think it'd just be crazy for him. But yeah, like the all the shit that we say that should happen, probably won't. And I got a question for everybody. Kurt Angle was just inducted into the or nominated, whatever. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. When WrestleMania comes around. Do you think he's gonna appear in the Rumble?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I think that TNA Hall of Famer is gonna appear in the Royal Rumble. yeah, the TNA Hall of Famer, Kurt Angle. Yeah, he's gonna appear in the Royal Rumble.
It sucks that they bring these people up when they call they give these people the call or whatever when it's already like too late for the most part. Like the whole Sting thing, and.
Yeah, but Sting, they had an opportunity because I expect a really just a one-off thing. Sting, you just signed Sting for an Undertaker program, and you didn't do that.
Exactly, and then
It makes no sense.
And then it sucks because he had some like that match with him and Triple H was good. That the match with him and Rollins should have been good, but Rollins is the real
Star
legend killer.
Yeah, the star killer. Yeah, get out of here with that.
And we all love Rollins.
Maybe
here,
that's
but-
why he ain't in the Royal Rumble, because probably Sting is going to be there, and and then all these legends are in there. They don't want him killing nobody. That's why he like, yo, you at the Royal
Yeah,
Rumble this year.
We're trying to do something with Kurt Angle for WrestleMania this year. We don't want you to fuck that up, Seth.
Yeah. We got Goldberg in there. We got Brock Lesnar in there. Yo, we don't want you hurting nobody,
Yep,
my man. Go sit this one out.
Because this dude will tear Goldberg's hamstring, fucking destroy Sting's pectoral muscles, spines, and all that. Just like anything he can do.
It's like hunting deer for this. All targets in one match for him. Nah. He needs to stay. He needs to stay there. He needs to stay back.
And I just forgot Ziggler's in the Rumble, right?
Yes.
This guy is gonna be one of the last three, put on like a hell of a performance and get eliminated by some bum on some dumb shit.
I don't even think he's going to be making the last three.
I don't know, like if they have like, cause I think the last four is gonna be like people like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Undertaker,
I hope not.
and Ron Strowman.
I
So
hope not.
that-
I would have turned it off right there. I'm like, I don't want to watch this
Yeah,
shit.
so they always gotta throw one guy that would make the fans go crazy. So you have what's his name, Ziggler in there or somebody like that, and yeah, he's gonna get eliminated on some dumb shit.
They always have a trend of having one of these quote unquote bums as part of Final Four, like they had Santino at one point.
Who's gonna be that dude? What's his name again? That fucking no jaw dude.
James Ellsworth. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna be that guy. Get thrown through the middle ropes and hide under the ring for like a good hour.
He is gonna be the one to eliminate Braun Strowman.
He's gonna eliminate Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Some shit like that. Yeah, he's gonna end up getting rid of like Big Show and anybody like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's probably gonna be in it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's actually in shape though.
Kane's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
I
in it,
still-
right?
You seen how Big Show looks?
No, but it's like a waste though. I mean,
no one cares about Big Show really because he's not in the storyline. I'm like, no.
cause we're gonna get Kane, we're gonna get Big Show, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get the New Age Outlaws again.
Oh
Who else? What other?
Triple H might be in it.
Who?
Triple H might be
God.
in
It would make sense for Triple H to be in it so Seth Rollins could come out and start heat.
Yeah, Seth Rollins might be the one to eliminate Triple H or something like that. And who's another bum that we're gonna end up being force fed, or not necessarily bum, but somebody like Kevin Nash is probably gonna be in there.
Out of here with that, man.
It's gonna be like that clique of people that just take away fucking from guys like guys that should be in there, whether they win it or not.
This is why this man is great.
The New Day is gonna be in there, right?
Yeah.
They don't have the titles anymore, right?
Oh no, they don't have
Yeah,
the
they
titles.
lost it.
No, they lost it, which was like pretty dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to say dumb, but
Wait,
they just beat that milestone, and they lost it like the next week.
They lost to Bray and
No, they lost to this dude, Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They lost it right after they got that milestone.
Bray
I'm like,
Wyatt won the title just to lose it to American Alpha. And he
That's
wasn't
what it was.
he wasn't
Okay,
even
yeah.
in the match.
That's retarded.
It was cause it was a Wyatt. They did the whole New Day shit that any two could compete.
Okay, and Cesaro and Sheamus, they should be in it too, right? Even
No,
though
they-
that doesn't matter if they're tag team
Oh, yeah, they're
champions.
gonna
It
be
doesn't.
there.
yeah, they might be in a rumble.
That
yeah.
They're
that's
in a
just
kickoff match.
just fillers though. Yeah, but even if they have the match right before it, doesn't matter.
Gallows and Anderson are taking the gold or the silver.
They're not taking them.
They're taking the silver.
They're not taking that.
No.
The club,
Fuck the club.
Gallows and Carl Anderson, they ain't.
Club is dead.
Shut up.
Cesaro and Sheamus are breaking
The club
up.
is
That's
dead.
why
All
they're
right,
taking
so
it.
this doesn't necessarily have to be like a prediction, but more who do you want to take the Rumble? Because predictions we'll all get it wrong. So
All right, well,
X, who you got?
Y'all know I got my money on Joe.
Joe?
Joe.
Who you got, Chris?
Balor or Wyatt?
I got CM Punk.
Get out of here with that.
If you're gonna go that far, then I'm saying Kenny Omega.
No, see, now you're reaching more because the likeliness of CM Punk coming back is way more than Kenny Omega. Cause CM Punk, the thing is, the WWE is not gonna say no to him. If he says he wants to come back, as much as whoever doesn't like him, if he says he wants to come back, they're gonna take him back quick. Cause they know what kind of matches he could be having with people.
Let it go, my man. Let it go.
But no,
Let it go. Let it go, my man. I'm now. I was talking to Danny.
Stop
Danny,
hating. Stop
Danny
hating.
needs to
You'll
let it
hear
go.
that shh, and then Paul
Gotta let
Heyman's
that
winning.
shit go,
Imagine
man.
Paul Heyman. No, all right. Who do I think is gonna take it?
Stop
I'll go
throwing
with
in
Baron.
just-
I'll go with Baron Corbin.
Nah,
I'll say Baron Corbin to
you
be a
know
little
you
more
wanna say
realistic.
Braun Strowman. You
Nah,
know,
I was gonna say
that's-
Bray Wyatt, but
That's the easy money right there.
no, I mean if we're saying who do we think is actually gonna win it, like prediction wise, yeah,
I think Orton might
Braun
win.
Strowman, or some dumb shit like Orton, yeah, but
Yeah.
it'll probably be Braun Strowman, but I who I want to win, my pick is going to be Baron Corbin,
That's good.
but if you hear that
I think he's definitely going to be in the final four though.
who Corbin,
Yeah.
yeah. Watch Samoa Joe get eliminated real quick. I'm a little
No,
pissed
no.
though that Bobby Roode isn't. It did actually win the championship because if he would have won, I mean, if he would have lost, I see him coming out with his entrance and
Stepping in.
the whole time his entrance is going on, about 3 people come in, and then once he gets in there,
They're going to throw him out real quick.
right out. It would be kind of fucked up, but it would be funny just for
That's
him
funny,
taking
yeah.
like somebody like AJ Styles or some shit, just boom, kick him out real quick. But yeah. And what about is Bo Dallas in it?
Who cares?
Man.
Who cares?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter because Bo Dallas
cares?
evolves into Baron Corbin
another
and
black person that might win that shit. Big Cass.
stop.
No,
If
no,
he
no,
nah,
no,
he's
no,
he's
no.
not. If he
No,
does
no,
win
no.
that shit, so wait, so you got Samoa Joe, you got
Either Balor or Wyatt. I want to.
okay, and I got Bo Dallas or Baron Corbin because Bo Dallas will evolve into Baron Corbin. That's his final form. Yo, look at Baron Corbin and tell me you don't see Bo Dallas. I swear to God, they're brothers.
No.
Yo, he looks just like him, just like with more tattoos and bigger.
No,
It's
no,
like his
no.
final form.
Bo Dallas got more of a doofy.
Yeah, that's why I said he's his final form. Like like what was it, Majin Buu and
Cell
Buu?
and Cell. Oh yeah, all these Dragon Ball Z, they got final forms and
Yeah,
shit.
like Fat Buu, and then he turns into what was it, like Kid Buu, whatever the fuck it is.
And then like Frieza, what was it? Then there's a final form Frieza, like Cell.
Exactly. So yeah, so yeah, Bo Dallas is that goofy first form, and Baron Corbin is the final. But like I said, yo, don't be surprised if you hear that shit. If you hear that shit,
Let it go.
he's going all the way
Let it
straight
go.
to WrestleMania.
I want
Let
to
it
get
go.
to Jericho.
Peace, oots.